A court filing that we got notice of on Thursday actually revealed, according to Twitter, that Elon Musk is being investigated in relation to his acquisition or his attempted acquisition of Twitter. Here's according to CNN Business. It is not clear which agencies may be carrying out the probe, and Twitter did not identify what specific actions by Musk U.S. officials may be investigating. Twitter's filing merely said authorities are looking into Musk's, quote, conduct linked to the deal. Now, we're going to also get into in this segment this news about Donald Trump. The Supreme Court has rejected his plea for intervention in terms of the special master question. But Ryan, first, if we just narrowly focus on Musk here, what do you think could be the purpose of this investigation? What could they be looking into?
Well, at a minimum level, we know that he made investments of the size that require disclosure and then did not disclose in a timely fashion. And the reason you have to make these disclosures is because investments of that size can move the stock. And if you know that you're making that investment, but nobody else does, then you can just front run your own money and just ride it on the way up. Which so that appears to be something that the SEC could be looking at. That would be an SEC thing. SEC investigators are quite familiar with Elon Musk. they've monkeyed with him in the past. He got doinked for his like 420 tweet. I think I'm going to sell it at 420 or something like that. And then it like moved the stock, and he was he does stuff you can't do based around securities law. So there might be some securities law investigation. There could be questions about the seriousness of the original bid. I think there ought to be what's called a CFIUS review, which I forget what that precisely stands for, but it's foreign influence. It's like basically if there's ever going to be a major investment by foreign either companies or people into some type of critical American infrastructure, there's a CFIUS investigation to make sure that this is not undermining American national security. And that if it is, that there are safeguards put up so that it doesn't happen. Like that would happen, say, if Oracle and TikTok are, engaged in talks, or if the UAE wants to buy like an American port, there would have to be a CFIUS review. And if a lot of this financing is coming from China or elsewhere, it seems like it would warrant that kind of review. Yeah, and actually the way this entire deal has unfolded with so much negotiation actually happening on Twitter, because what you say publicly in a situation like this obviously is relevant to the deal at hand. So with all of that happening in this particular situation, that means, I would be shocked if there wasn't federal probes into the way all of this unfolded. So whether or not it's serious is a different question. But just whenever you're sort of hashing through these things so publicly, then of course there are going to be, I think, people looking into it and different agencies. And so I would be surprised if it was even just one. Right. No, that could very well be. Yeah. And also, it's if you're an investigator, you're watching this unfold. You're jockeying for this one. This is a career maker. And yes, that's true. And I don't think Elon Musk is not stupid. I think this entire deal has been indicative of that sort of billionaire hubris, right? Like you have enough money to make anything basically go away or happen or whatever it is. We'll see. I mean, this is kind of testing the theory of the case. I still think his whole play was to create a kind of public rationale for why he would be selling his Tesla stock in a way that would not tank Tesla's stock in doing so, because he wanted to cash out at the peak before this thing crashed. Just I think yesterday there was a number of analysts were saying like we're now short. We're recommending a short on Tesla, and so if he could get out of his Tesla holdings, or a significant chunk, I think he sold $8 billion in his Tesla holdings, then that right there is worth whatever drama this is going through. The timing was certainly interesting.
Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.